And now it's time to bring you something quite different, something we don't usually talk about here in Ghana. And today we are going to be looking at that. Of course, I'm talking about cricket, and there's going to be a first Adisadel Mfantsipim cricket challenge here in 2016 in Cape Coast, July 23. And Henry Akom is the cricket operations officer of the Ghana Cricket Association, and he is going to be he's joined me here in the studio and going to be talking about that particular one. Good morning, sir. And I don't know if you know about what chaskele is in Ghana.
Well, I do.
Is that cricket?
We played cricket. I'm sure we all played chaskele when we were young, but it came out of cricket, actually. Yes. Later on, people modified it, but during our times, I mean, it was just it was a pure cricket format, you know, where we had something propped up to you know, pieces of something put together, and then. But these days they play it and they run and then they stop somewhere. I don't know. They've modified it really.
The rules have changed.
They have. I mean,
okay, but let's get to the substantive issue. There's going to be a first challenge between Adisadel and Mfantsipim, and it's something that the Ghana Cricket Association is overseeing. Tell us about this event coming up.
Yeah, let me make this correction. It is not the first time Adisadel is meeting Mfantsipim.
Okay.
Several matches, I mean, tournaments like that, competitions like that were played earlier in the decade. I mean, it was an annual event that happened between the two schools. Of course, Achimota was part of it along the line, so that it became a triangular. Yes, but cricket went off for some years, and the association went out to all the regions. We've gone to about 8 regions now, trying to bring it back. And so we're encouraging them to play more cricket. Adisadel had their inter-house competition, which was won by Hamlin, I think, Hamlin House. And then Mfantsipim also ended theirs last week. It was won by Freeman Agri. So the climax of these two, I mean, competitions.
Okay, so it's going to be the best from these two schools coming up against each other. But have you seen some raw talents that you think can be shaped up to go international from Ghana? Because cricket really is not a popular sport on our shores. How do you see the interest among the youth? Well, now that we went back,
we've seen a lot of talents, very good ones. I mean, all over. Anywhere we went, we saw several. I can cite Ho, for instance. They're good talents. Obuasi, they have it in abundance. Takrade, they're the couple, but we need to do some more work there. And then even with this inter-house, I was not there, but my colleagues who went to oversee them came up to tell me that.
Very good reports.
Talents, yes. So we have some, they haven't played any tough match really, but we've seen good talents in Saltpond, the primary school. And one of them has been invited to join the National Under-19 training.
So tell us about it very briefly. Is it about the throwing? Is it about the stick? What exactly is it about cricket that young people should practice, or you know, want to? What skill should they master before they get into cricket?
We have 2 main things to do. That's bowling and batting. Okay. Yes, bowling is not throwing. It is delivering the ball with a locked elbow and a cocked wrist. And so you need to develop that one. It's not just ordinary throwing. And then batting, if you can imagine, if you look on that screen, if you can imagine a ball coming at you sometimes at a speed of over 100 kilometers per hour, and then you have to take a decision over a distance of about 20 meters, you know, to play the right stroke. That's a skill that
where you have just around 3-5 seconds to make that decision.
Maybe less than that.
Maybe less than that. Well,
no, 5 seconds. That's a lot. Just a split second.
It's a split second. Yeah. Wow. When you look at the standards here in Ghana, do you think we can be going international pretty soon? Because I mean, you have some African countries like South Africa, you know, participating fully in cricket. Where do you think Ghana can reach?
Ghana is already there. Ghana, take South Africa and Zimbabwe out. Our cricket is put in, I mean, like the formats are put in 3 groups. We have the big teams, I mean 10 top teams worldwide playing the test matches. These are 5-day games. And then we have the associates and then the affiliates. Ghana belongs to affiliates, but we are the top affiliate nation out of, I think, 39 or 40 something, you know. And so we brush shoulders with the associates. We have very good talents here, and currently we are, I think, the third or fourth best country in Africa as far as cricket is concerned. That is for the senior team.
That's great to hear. That's great to hear. But apart from this, inter-SHS competition coming up, is there any other thing coming up this year for the Cricket Association here in Ghana?
We are looking at hosting the second NWAC. NWAC is Northwest Africa Cricket Conference Women's Cricket Tournament. The first one came off in the Gambia last October. Okay. And we're looking at hosting that. There's some correspondence still going on. If we get the green light, we are prepared. We are already preparing our girls. Yeah. All
right. Thank you very much, Mr. Akom. Thank you very much for joining us here on TV3's New Day. My name is Thierry Nyan. Unfortunately, we are not able to bring you some other news. We'll bring you later at midday live. Of course, how exactly is football going to be in Turkey after the attempted, coup in that particular country? We'll be bringing you details of that particular, because some world-class players are pulling out of their top flight league. Plus, some news from the Olympics as well, because today is the day. We've been bringing you all the news about Russia and the fact that they are going to be finding out their fate, whether or not they are going to be having athletes participating at the Rio Olympics. Today we are going to be knowing what exactly that is going to be after the verdict or judgment by CAS. We'll bring you all those details later.